everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
And Carmen Norris.
And welcome to another playthrough by GreyElephant Gaming. What are we playing today?
Kingdomino. I can read.
Kingdomino, that's right. I actually picked this one up. I bought it off of Amazon because I heard people talking about it. I saw the components and I knew it was like a tile placement game. We typically dig tile placement games and I thought, I got to have it. So anyways, we're going to sit down, we're going to play it, and we'll see who builds the greatest kingdom. You ready to do this thing?
Yep.
All right, here we are with Kingdomino. And of course, I am joined by my beautiful bride, Carmen.
Hello.
Hellos. All right, what are we doing? What we're going to be doing is we've already got the game set up, and in a two-player game, you get to play with two kings instead of just one. So we're going to be placing two tiles all around our kingdom instead of just one per round. And what do I mean by that? Well, starting from the closest to the stack and working down, that's the initiative order. So I will be first, then Carmen, then me again. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the tile that my king is on, and then I'm going to place my king on a separate tile over here across the way. And I got my choice of any one of them. But of course, then on the next round, that would determine player order again. So if I go down here, that would be he'd be last in turn order on the next round, which, well, you know, we'll see how we want to do that. Well, after I do select, which I don't know if I'm doing that, I'm just showing you guys, I do have to take this tile and then I have to place it in my kingdom, okay? Now the rules of placement are that you can place any type of a tile on any one of the four sides around your castle. After that, you have to be able to try to match up at least one piece of the terrain to a current piece of a terrain. What do I mean by that? Let's say if this was my second piece, I could do that if I wish, because the water does match up. I would not be able to do that. Now the other rule is that you're trying to create a 5x5 grid. What I mean by that is that we want to go, say like if this was like that, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, so I could either place here or place here on this side, and then I'd have to do the same thing going up. So if it was like this, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically this would be the very top, this would be my, you know, squaring it out. So it'll all make sense as we're playing a little bit. But for right now, what I have to do on my turn is I have to take, like I said, my king, I have to take this tile, place it in my kingdom, but then I have to select one of these tiles that I want to move my king to. Well, what I think I'd like to do is because I'd like this water piece right here. Now, why is that important? Because of the crowns. Because your kingdom is going to score the tile type multiplied in the area of the number of squares of crowns. So what I mean by that is if at the end of the game, if I have this built just like that, I would get 1, 2, 3 squares multiplied by the number of crowns, which is 1, so I would get a total of 3 points. So by taking this alone, it's not going to score me any points. So it is important that I try to get some crowns. So I do need that. So I'm going to take this water tile and I will just place it right there next to my kingdom. So now Carmen is going to get 2 choices in a row, and then it'll come back to me.
Okay, so my first little king is going to go from here to here because I'm going to have meadows, obviously. Meadows! Right here.
You got a dragon and he's going after sheep.
Oh my gosh, look at that. The dragon's going to eat all my sheep.
No, don't eat my sheep.
I've only played this game once. I don't really know what I'm doing as far as placing tiles. I'm not really sure about this. How about that? I have no idea. We'll just do that. We'll see how it works. Okay. And then.
Gee, I wonder where you're going next.
Actually, this is very tempting, but this also would score me for my forest.
So goodness, kind of, but you're going to get 4 total crowns for that.
Right.
That's an 8-point tile, area then.
Yes, but then this is useless to me. For
the moment, but there's a lot of playing. So.
All right, what do we got here? We got a meadow and a forest. The forest is pretty useless, so I'm not sure where I should put that. Maybe.
And don't build it funky like you did your last one.
I mean, you have to build it funky, don't you?
No, I didn't build mine funky. I had a nice perfect square, and yours was like, oh, this tile can't even fit now.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm not. I think that was good. Cry. That's probably good right there. I like that.
All right. Well, I'll just believe you, I suppose.
Ah, she fell for my plan. No, I still think that was probably the best, to be honest. Because I mean, that getting 2 of those right off the bat's pretty darn good. So, all right, so I get this one here, and of course, it doesn't match my water in the slightest. Yeah, this doesn't match much of anything. But I do know that I'm going to get 2 forests and 2 waters on my next turn. So I kind of want to keep this tile away from those. So I think I'm going to go. And you got to be really careful because you can really easily. So like, let's say if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't place right, you could really hose yourself out. Yeah, I'm going to do just like that. Okay. All right. All right. That's my final decision. So now what we do is we slide these 2 over, and I'm going to be first and second, which is So what we do, if you notice these numbers on the backs, what we do is we put those in order. So the lowest number goes at the top, because usually those don't score you as many points, and then the highest one goes at the bottom. All right, so I've got 2 choices to make this time. Wow. So I could probably use more forest. Seems how I've got some forest going here. Carmen would probably love that swamp. Oh, and then that would give me a crown with my forest. That's really good too. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to go from this one down to that one to take that. Now what I want to do, I think, is I'm going to place this one right here, because I think I'd like to try to connect this one right here and try to see if I can keep that forest and water thing, you know, going here. Now what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to place it. Ooh, do I want to go for that one? I do kind of want to go for that one, to be honest, but I like the fact I could probably try to start scoring my plains with that. Plus I could take away the swamp. I'm still going to go with this one right there, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to place it right down there as well to keep my forest all together, and yet I've also kept my water together. Now I can finally score my water and my forest, and then I'll be able to score more with my forest with this one plus that. So I'm going to have a huge forest area. Now the thing I got to watch out for though, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only do 1 more, so I'm going to run into that situation where I got to be real careful about where my next placement goes, because I could end up screwing up my whole grid.
This is all out of order. How is my brain going to wrap around this? I need to take the meadows first so I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get both of those.
Yeah, so we can do that,
right?
But you have to place that one first.
I have to place this one first, and I want to make sure that my meadows are going to stay together, and also that these are going to stay together. So I'm going to put the next piece is going to go here with the meadows. And so I will slide this up to here. And then
there's your other
my
piece.
next piece. And now they are still all connected.
That was actually really good. So,
now,
go ahead.
I still don't have any points for my meadows, though. I need to get a crown in there somewhere.
As long as you get something. So let's go ahead and flip over our next batch here while we got the camera rolling. We'll see what we got. All right. Oh, Daddy needs that one.
No, there's still no meadows with crowns.
Well, you've got a meadow with a crown here, sweetheart. No, not a meadow. Yeah, I see. Oh, so when we come back, it'll be my turn. We'll see what happens. Ooh. This is the moment where you know you could just totally mess up your kingdom. And you're going to have holes in your kingdom. So this is where this piece is so darn important. Let me explain to you why. So if I place it there, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Okay, there's my 5 grid, all right? So I will not be able to place any piece that would have to poke down. So for instance, let's say if this was mine, I couldn't put a piece that even poked down at all, even if that was forest, because it goes out of my 5 grid. So you have to be really careful.
Yeah.
So if I do this, though, then that would leave it to where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then, see, I've got 2 and then 1.
Which won't work.
Which won't work. So I can't do that.
Well, yeah, that's fine. Put it back down there. Look, you've got room for 2. 1, 2.
Right, but that's forcing me to have to build that way then. And
yeah.
That means that basically I'm saying I can't do any more with water. And this has to be a water piece here. And that's what's starting to scare me. But if I do this, it no longer has to be a water piece. It could be a water or a forest that goes here. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to make it to where I have more options. And that's what's got me a little concerned. Oh boy. I hate this so much. All right. We'll just do that and we'll see what happens. And then I'm going to go here for my next one, and then Carmen will take 2 turns, then it'll be back to me. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I need that one right there. I need that that gold mine. So, and then Carmen will take 2 actions, and I'll be right back.
Okay, I still have quite a few options here. Off camera, I was just looking at this, thinking that I can't place one, you know, that matches right beside this, but I think I actually can. Tim said, he pointed out that I can just go down here. I was thinking, okay, if I put this here, then this is blank. But he said I could go down here still.
Yeah, because you could then go and then 2 and then 2.
Right.
And then what you'd have to do up here is like come up here, build 1, and then 1 and 1. There you go. So you can still have your 5x5 grid.
Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see, what do I want?
Tell me what you want, what you really want.
I have no idea what I want, to be honest. I think I'll take this so that I can start scoring forest. Ooh, man. I thought about what I'm going to do with these. I didn't even think about the next step. So this one's going to go like this. There we go. And so, let's see. No, I can't start scoring forests because that's going to be over there in the corner by itself. But you could put a piece
down here for forest.
Oh, so right.
That would probably still be a good choice.
But that would only be 2 points.
That's still 2 more points than you would have had otherwise.
I don't know. I guess that's all I've got is forests, so it doesn't make any difference, right? So yeah, so I'll go there, and then
you know where that one's going.
And then this one's just going to go right here and match this up. Yep. And now I guess I'll go with this one because that gives me more options.
Well, I was going to just make a quick suggestion. If you wanted to think about it, seems how you are going to score a crown with your forest. If you go with this one, that would give you just, because you said only 2, but then you'd go from, 3, 4. And you could still put it along the bottom.
Okay. It's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to meet this up with this.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
this is gonna be in the way.
You're right. Well, no, because you're gonna place this one first. So this one would go down here, and then the next one would go. See what I mean? And then that would go there.
Okay, right.
Because it's all about the timing because you go in the order of them. So.
See, I can't.
No, it's okay.
My brain doesn't work.
And I don't want anybody watching thinking I'm telling you what to do.
No.
It's easy to overlook that.
No, I mean, this is the second time I've played, and I was already thinking that I couldn't place anything here. So, I mean, that's just, it's kind of an abstract concept to me, whereas Tim's got it all figured out.
Okay. And you know what? I just want to make sure that, you're having a good game, and I don't want, I hate when people think I'm telling you what to do.
Well, I was already talking through it with you, so.
Right. So I'm going to place this one, I think, we're going to place this one, I think, over here, actually, and just fill up this corner.
Oh, no.
So, well, I would rather just cut that off because that's going to be a tough piece, I think, to try to fill otherwise. And, I mean, it's not like it doesn't score me points. Yeah. And it does. And truthfully, there may be no chance at all I'll score anything for these, so it doesn't matter. So, all right, let's slide these down. Let's pull out our next batch of T's. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what you need. So number 8 goes here, number 12, number 30, and then, oh my. Okay.
That is ridiculous.
You take mine, I take yours. Just keep that in mind.
That is ridiculous.
And you are first player. Let's see what Kermans decides to do.
Let me tell you what's ridiculous. Let me tell you. Look at all of these gold mines that we've got out here. Look at all these gold mines. Look at how many gold mines there are total.
There's not a lot.
There's not a lot. Look at how many meadows there are, and I cannot get one with crowns on it. I'm not scoring any of these meadows so far. Let
me show you guys real quick.
This is total.
Just so you guys know, we only play with half the tiles in a 2-player game. So we did take half the tiles out, and we don't know what these are. So obviously at this point,
they're all the meadows that have the little crowns on them. Yeah. That's why I said it was ridiculous, because I'm a bad sport and I'm gonna complain.
That's
all right.
Okay.
So obviously I'm gonna want this. So I'm gonna move my little guy down here and take the forest. And it is going to go right here like we discussed.
All right. Now, see, I fully expected you to take that. I really did. But I guess you would have had a hard time with it because you would have probably have placed it there. Then you had a gold mine, and then you'd have a hard time. I don't know, but I fully expected you to take that from me, though, just because you could have placed it.
Right, because it has the swamp here.
But at the same, but at the same time, I mean, I guess getting 2 swamps would probably be a higher multiplier for you versus just the single swamp.
I should have probably taken it.
That would have been, so if you'd have done...
I should have taken it.
Okay, so if you'd have done this one and placed it there, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4, so you're 20 points. This one then, if you'd have done it there, then you'd only be the 1, 2, 3, 4, so you'd only be 16, 17, 18. So it is actually higher point value for you there.
This square is worth 4 points. This square is only worth 2 right now. So, yeah.
All right, well, I'm obviously going to take that one. I can't pass that up, so...
but I could have taken it from you. So I probably should have taken it because of that, Play defense.
That's what I was getting at, yeah. So this one here, I think I will place...
Because you figure I would only be missing 2 points, but I would be taking a multiplier away from you, so...
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I definitely should have taken it. This one, but,
I'm okay that you didn't, though.
The camera's on, I'm in a hurry, I wasn't thinking about this, I don't know. I was only looking at this part. I don't know what the deal was.
This is more points. Anyways. It still is. You're okay.
So I guess I will take that so that maybe I can start scoring water, and at least it's got the, what do you call that, plains?
Yeah, we'll call it that. I don't think so. I think it's a field.
It's...
Not a plains, it's a field.
It's a field? Oh my gosh, I thought it was sand. It's like crows, like eating grain or whatever. Okay, so there we go. At least I'm getting points for my forests, and not my meadows, which I'm more irritated about.
Not at all. All right, so I will go up to here, and I will score this one. Let's put this one. Let's see. Yeah, let's put it like that. Okay. All right, so let's put out our next batch. And it feels good to be first player on this one. Man, that was really making me nervous. Oh, look at that.
I don't have anywhere to put it, do I?
No, I don't think... Well, technically, yes.
I could put
you could save that and leave it open, which means, though, you wouldn't have a spot for this one, though.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it wouldn't work, unfortunately. All right, let's see.
Oh, there's my...
I know. I should just jump right on that.
You should just take that right now.
Just to be that guy.
Oh, man. Yeah, because nothing else is really going to help you, is it? Maybe this one.
No. I could take that one, yes. Which I probably will take that one now that I think about it. So I'm going to go from here to there. Thing is, I got to place water up here. So that's kind of breaking my safety. That was my little safety spot because it was still connected to the kingdom. So the next two, I have to make sure that they would match up to what I got going on here. Well, the next three technically.
Not gonna help you then.
Well, it can because it's still that, which will match up to this. So I'm okay with that. But the other ones really will not help, which means you're going to take that. Then I'll be stuck with this or that. And I'm not going to be able to place them, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm about to run into a situation where I just am going to have holes in my kingdom.
All right, so I let Tim have this one. He lets me have that one.
I was not going to take that from you. And that's what I was telling her when I turned the camera off. I said, I know if I would have went here, I then could have matched one of these two up, and then I would have had no holes in my kingdom. But man, she worked so hard for this one.
I was waiting for that one.
I just can't allow myself to do that.
So, here we go. Yay! Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then you want that one there.
Mm-hmm. Because this isn't going to have anywhere to go. Because this is all done over here. Okay. I'm going to have to put the meadow like that.
Uh-huh.
And so this could probably go... Do I have any water? I don't have any water coming, so yeah.
Yeah, well, Hang on,
See,
no. You can't do that, sweetie.
That's gonna make my meadow get cut off.
Sweetheart, do this. There you go. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm playing your
I
kingdom.
could have figured that out if you would have just waited.
Honey.
Because here, I'm going to have to put this piece, right? And then I'm going to have to match it up to this piece in order to score that. So, yeah. This is where that hat needs to go. But now I was able to talk through it.
I know, and now you made it seem like I was doing it for you. Though.
You were.
Now I get to be that guy.
Yep.
So I'm going to place that one there.
Tell you to shut up next time.
We'll place this one here. And you know what? I'm not going to have any holes in my kingdom.
No.
Because I can match up the swamp, and I can match up that. So.
Nice.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. So, Carmen, you?
Do.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it all wrong. Okay, so we can
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
place that there. Carmen?
It doesn't matter which way I put it.
See,
does
it would have mattered. That's what I was trying to say.
What?
That's why you should have...
Huh?
See? Silly butt.
Oh.
Then you get an extra point.
1 extra point.
I knew you were doing it wrong.
Oh, me.
When I saw you put it, I was like, wait a minute. That's not the way I would have done it. If you win by 1 point.
It looks prettier this way, too.
And look, your kingdom's right in the very center. That's really kind of cool that you did that. Okay. So, now here's what we do. We basically just multiply our lands by the number of crowns that are associated with that lands. And we'll come back and we'll see who won Kingdomino. Final score?
38.
To my 42. Very good game. That was a really close one. I actually got kind of lucky. I didn't realize I could match these up, so it didn't even matter that I did try to take your one from you. But hey, why don't we talk about that in our conclusion? Well, there you have it. I am the greatest kingdom builder in the world. Now, mind you, Carmen's only played this twice. I've played it now 4 times. And I've played it with 2-player and I played it with 4-player. Well, actually, no, I played it more than that because I played it with Emily too. So I probably played it around 6-7 times. So I've got kind of a better system in my mind on how you can kind of build your little board. But man, the first few times I played, if you can't place that tile within the 5x5 grid, you just simply lose it. And that's didn't happen in this video, thank goodness. But
it happened the first time I played, though.
Yeah, I think you in fact had 2 that
I only had one.
Yeah. So I was able to pull out the win, which was pretty cool for all of us that enjoyed the video because of that, right?
Well, but you know, my castle was in the center of my board, so I think I technically won because there are alternate rules that state, you know, that if you want to like add an extra challenge, you can use the alternate rule.
I was setting you up with that. So perfect. You realize that. Carmen is talking about the Middle Kingdom. So there are different little alternate rules that you can throw into the game to kind of mix it up a little bit.
You know, just look at it. Obviously, mine is prettier because my castle's in the middle. Just saying.
And that is one of them. You can score an additional 10 points if your castle was directly in the middle. You could also do another alternate, could be Harmony, where as long as you never discard a tile, you can get an additional 5 points.
We both would have gotten that. So
you could play Dynasty, where you play the game 3 times in a row. Whoever scores the most points after the course of 3 games wins. And this is the one I wish we kind of would have done, which is called the Mighty Duel. And it's only for 2 players, and you actually build a 7x7 grid. I've not yet done that instead of a 5x5 grid. Now that would have been fun. All right, let's talk a little bit about the game we just played, and then we'll go into our actual review. Okay. Now, you kind of let me get away with the mine. Do you feel like that did lose you the game, ultimately?
Probably, but that's okay.
We was only a 4-point difference.
Right. It was a 4-point difference, and because it would have given me 2 more points. So it probably would have taken those 2 points away from you.
It would have taken way more than 2 points away from me. You actually would have taken 6 points away from me. Yeah,
so I would have won if I would have taken that mine from him.
I was nice to you with your planes, though.
That's true. Because if I would have taken the mine away from him, he would have taken the planes away from me, which that's what 1, 2, 3 were. It's like 8 points. So, yeah, you probably still would have won because you would have taken the planes.
I definitely would have taken those planes. So it would have changed.
Pastures.
Yeah, we'll call them pastures. It certainly would have changed the game dramatically. Kind of the review portion of it. Mm-hmm. What a beautiful game. What an absolutely beautiful game. A very simple, straightforward game. And it plays so smooth. And it's one of those ones you could just sit down and you could teach so simply, and yet you will sit there and you're going to look at your grid and what potential tiles are going to come out, where you want to place on the initiative, how you're going to place your tiles, and you are really going to sit there and be like, it's such a colorful, cute little looking children's game. Why am I struggling with this?
Yeah. I really like tile placement games, and this one it's beautiful. I really love the components and how colorful they are, and it's a joy to build your little kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and unlike Carcassonne, your opponent can't come in and put a tiger in your territory and ruin everything.
Hunters and gatherers. Carmen and I used to love in Hunters and Gatherers Carcassonne.
Yeah.
We used to like throw tigers in each other's hunting grounds and eat their animals. That was always something fun. We used to even make a little game mode. We'd be like, oh, he's just hunting along, and all of a sudden a tiger came. So I think the game is absolutely brilliant too, and I like the different ways that you can score with the land tiles. I do like the way that you can play with the alternate rules with different strategies of such of like Middle Kingdom or No Tile Left Behind or whatever they call that.
And I think that it also it is a good game to play with kids who maybe could use some math skills, because he's got the math skills down. But it's got that visual spatial element that you really need for certain math skills, and it's not really just a simple kids game.
You're turning this into an educational review. That's boring.
I am a homeschooler, sorry. It's fun.
I have played this with my daughter. She liked it quite a bit. And I have played it with my other gaming friends, a 4-player game. And it was super fun as well. And like I said, in the 4-player, you play with all the tiles, but you only get 1 tile per round. Totally plays a little bit different, because I almost think the 2-player game's a little harder because you do place 2 tiles every round. And then, like what I feel like you kind of struggled with a little bit, is that when you try to place them 2 tiles and then the order that they have to be placed, and you got
the order screws my mind up.
Well, it's just because you don't have as much experience playing as I do.
Right.
And I have played the 2-player game probably a good 6 times now. And it is a little bit difficult and more to process than a simple, I've got this tile, then I'll move to that tile, and who knows what's going to pop up next. But I don't have to worry about that right now.
Right.
And it's just a little less to think about. So, beautiful game, very well priced. I only paid $20 for this. And I tell you, man, that's a heck of a deal for such a fun little game. This is, in my opinion, wow, everybody should own this one. I don't know why you wouldn't. It plays so beautiful, and if you love Carcassonne, you love tile games, this is an absolute must-buy. Anything else you'd like to add, sweetheart?
Not really. I do find myself, we have some other tile placement games, and I think that I would find myself playing this one more often.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to play that 7x7 grid. I think that sounds really fun, don't you?
It does.
We should do that. All right, guys, we appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.